Needless to say, my marriage didn't work out. Somebody left. But, of course, we had to get back to work, right? I called Herb. I said, Herb, quit the poker peas. You gotta get back to work, you know. But, of course, by now it was the 60s. Times had changed, you know. It was, you can't just pick up where you left off, you know. We hadn't been working for a while. It was difficult. It was a tough time, but fortunately, I received a letter from a very dear friend of mine, Princess Grace. Mistress, please. Now, I've been friends with Gracie for a long time, you know, starting in the 50s. You know, a lot of people think, oh, she's the Princess of Monaco, she's a big Academy Award-winning actress. But, you know, when she first started out, she was just a trashy little girl from Philadelphia. And we used to run around, you know, even when she was down out there and making the movie. She'd come back to New York, you know, and we'd go out and hit the town, you know. She was a lot of fun back then. Good time Gracie, you know, she dated a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, Grace Kelly wasn't the first slot machine to end up in Monte Carlo. And, you know, we had a terrific time, you know. We went all over town, you know. She liked to hit the scene, you know, surround herself with a lot of other attractive women. No one who would eclipse her beauty. I fit the bill. So we go out and hit the town, you know. We used to go to all the nightclubs. We go to the Latin Quarter. I remember I used to love the Latin Quarter. It was run by Lou Walters, Barbara Walters' father. He was a lot of fun, you know. We used to call him Toots. Toots Walters, you know. He knew how to keep a party going. He knew how to treat a showgirl. But, you know, eventually, Gracie went off to Monaco and made that movie and met the prince, and, you know, the rest is history. But of course, when she became engaged to Prince Rainier, she asked me if I would be one of her bridesmaids. She said, Kiki, I'd love for you to be one of my bridesmaids, but I can't have Ruby at the wedding. I said, well, if Ruby can't come, then I'm not coming either. Stupid. So she got Rita Gam. But, you know, I got Grace Kelly and Billie Holiday warning me against this idiot, but I still married him. I love. Avoid that if you can, sweetheart. So, you know, eventually I quit and I got this letter. And it was the most beautiful, because I sent Gracie this note. I said, Dear Gracie, Ruby's gone. You were right. Joke's on me. Ha ha. Love, Kiki. Then she did the most wonderful thing, ladies and gentlemen. Probably the most generous, wonderful thing anyone has ever done for me in my life. She sent me a letter inviting her and myself and my daughter Coco to come over to Monaco. She was going to present us in Monte Carlo, and she was going to take care of us and look after us until we got back on our feet. Well, I dressed little Coco up and I grabbed Herb and we hightailed it to Monaco. Oh, it was a fantastic time, ladies and gentlemen. Gracie and I got along beautifully because we liked the same pills. And I was the only person she knew who could get her the pills she wanted. And that's a wonderful feeling, ladies and gentlemen. To be needed, to be helpful. It was a wonderful time, you know. But Gracie, even then, she was bored. Yeah, she was an actress, an artist. But that Rainier had the yoke on her, boy. I remember in her later years, she used to just sit up in that pink palace and take little dried flowers and stick in the pieces of paper, send them off to Paris, pray. Now, God, she'd get a gallery show just so she could get the hell out of town. And you know, I believe that she drove that car off the edge of that cliff on purpose. And she had her daughter Stephanie in the car because she knew no one would think she would try to kill herself with her own child in the car. But hey, that's just my theory. But I think I knew Gracie pretty well. But of course, 1967, all of that was ahead of us and none of it was behind us. We were having a terrific time, you know, and Herb and I had just recorded our 1968 comeback record, Kiki and Herb. It's not unusual.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And Gracie just loved, there was one song, she had decided, you see, that she was going to have this, she was bored. She was going to have this Bastille Day ball, a big masquerade ball to, you know, sort of recapture her days of Hollywood glory and as sort of there to catch a thief, if you know what I mean. And she was going to invite everybody was going to come from all over Europe, the royalty, the stars. And we used to just sit up in that pink palace and we had recorded this record. And there was one song on that record and she loved it. She just listened to it over and over and over again. Finally I said, listen, Gracie, if you'll turn off the record, I'll sing the goddamn song for you myself. She says, but Kiki, it sounds better on the record. She had a real sense of humor, that Gracie. A lot of people don't know that. She was funny. But bored, shopping, Balmain, Balenciaga, Pierre, Chardonnay, you name it, she bought it, she wore it. And she asked Herb and I, she said, would you, Kiki, would you do me the honor of singing that song at my Bastille Day ball? I said, well, sure, yeah. Oh my God, you want to say that? Ladies and gentlemen, it was our big break. It was the biggest night of our lives. Everyone was gonna be there. I borrowed a dress from Gracie. You should have seen her face when she realized I'd borrowed it. You could see the surprise behind the mask. But she asked us to come and do this song. And it was really the most glamorous, fantastic